Hello, everybody, and welcome to Friday Yoga. Happy Friday. So today is our core and closing sequencing. So for today's core, I thought it'd be cool to use some blocks and practice some work on the blocks and work on like jumping through and lifting your body. There's a lot of core involved with doing that, and it's often used at the end of a yoga practice. So to start, we'll get started in our boat pose. So in boat pose, modifications are you can hold the back of your legs, you can keep your feet down. The full version is with your arms extended and your legs extended. So feel free to do the version that works for you today. So to begin, we'll start to round the back. So exhale to round, inhale to extend. Smiling wide to the chest, opening the chest, and growing tall to the crown. Exhale again, rounding. Inhale to extend. One more time, exhale, round. Inhale to extend. Oh, it feels so good to breathe. Okay, so from here, going into boat, you're extending your arms, shoulders back, chest is lifted, and you're leaning back to where you feel your abs engage, you feel the shakies. Ideally, you want to have your knees somewhat hip-width apart. You can be a little bit more narrow, and your toes can be touching. I find with toes touching or your feet touching, you feel a little bit more engagement in the inner thighs. And then to go ahead and go a little bit deeper into the pose, you can extend one leg at a time and switch. Option, you can hold the back of your legs and then extend both legs. So you want to keep your chest lifted, shoulders back. I'm going to externally rotate through my legs to again further work on the thighs, work on the core, pressing the toes together, lifting the heart. Feel free to stay here. Option 3, extend and extend. Shoulders back, chest is lifted. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So when you release, we're going to cross the ankles. You can have your blocks beside you or a cushion or something that's sturdy to lift you up. You want to keep your legs close to your body, rounding your back, hands on the blocks, and then you just press up to lift your feet. Feet can stay down on the first version, and just notice how my hips go slightly back and I lean slightly forward. So take a nice deep inhale and then exhale, lift your feet. So we want to really engage your core, lift your knees up towards your chest. That's with my feet down. If you're able to, you can go ahead and lift one leg up and lower down, maybe lifting both. And down. So if you can, hold it for about 5 deep breaths. We're going to do that now, lifting for 1, 2, maybe one leg, 3, maybe everything, 4, and 5. And release. So back to boat pose. So with boat pose, feel free to go ahead and modify. Chest is lifted, leaning back into your boat pose. Option 2, you can release your hands and alternate one leg extended, maybe extending the other, and then maybe doing both. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to cross the ankles the other way, not the way that you just did, using your blocks or hands on the floor. So hands are by your side. Option, you can have your hands flat, but sometimes our anatomy, arms are short and they don't quite touch. So you can always do a fist. So I'm just going to move my ring. Fist helps stabilize your wrist and get you a little bit higher up as you lift your feet. Option, you can use your blocks. I have mine on the highest setting to help lift my feet, lift maybe one leg, lift maybe both legs, or you can go on a lower setting, so choose what feels good for you. So we're gonna hold and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So release. One more boat pose. So as you inhale, lift your chest, shoulders back, lean back to where you feel the shakies, you feel your abs engaged. You can keep your heels down or extend one leg at a time, or maybe both for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So cross at the ankles, lifting your feet and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So releasing, and we'll come down onto our tummies, working on stretching your chest. So coming into a cobra with your hands on underneath your shoulders, pointing your legs behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades back, and lift your chest. So I'm keeping my legs down to help keep, feel that stretch in my abs, feel a nice stretch through the chest. And then exhale to peel yourself back down. If you like, you can go a little bit deeper in the stretch, have your hands a little bit closer towards your ribs, pull in the lower belly to protect the lower back, shoulders back, inhale, lift up. So feel free to stay here, or you can go into full high upward dog with your legs lifted off the ground, and then exhale to release. So from here, we're going to take a nice big stretch, arms up, lift the shoulder blades, lift the heart, and we're just going to focus on the upper back, lifting off the ground. Exhale, bring your arms back, lifting your chest, bringing your arms back behind you. One more time, keep your chest lifted as you inhale, reach. Exhale, reach back, lifting your shoulder blades, lifting your heart, hands reaching back, feet are on the floor, and then you can go ahead and release. And we're just going to turn over onto your back side. As you lie on your back, start to tuck your shoulder blades under. And with a closing sequence for yoga, it's nice to do some leg stretches while you're on your back. So we're going to do lying pigeon. So crossing my right leg over my left. And you might already feel a stretch just by doing this, which is perfectly great. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you have a little bit more flexibility, you can go ahead and lift your foot off the ground, thread the needle through, and maybe grab onto your thigh or your shin. So just be careful of your knee joint. I always recommend to flex your ankle. This engages your muscles around your knees, so to protect your knee joint. So again, we're going to hold and pull. As I'm pulling gently on my thigh towards my chest, my right elbow is actually pressing my knee away from my body to keep my hips aligned. So when the knee comes up towards the chest, where our hips are getting out of alignment, and I want to try to focus on the glute stretch. So by keeping my shin in line with my body, I'm really feeling a nice stretch through my glutes. So even by holding on to my foot, just being careful to not let the ankle sickle, so I'm keeping my foot flexed, and then holding on to the inner thigh through the hole between my legs. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale as you pull in maybe a little bit deeper. One more deep inhale. Exhale maybe a little bit closer towards you, and then release. So we're going to continue with a twist. So you can just bring your foot down to the side for a twist. My left hand's going over top of my right leg as I look over my right shoulder. So doing some back bends and core work. Twists are really good to help realign the spine back into neutral position. And I also feel a nice stretch through my side in this position. Options, if you want to go a little bit deeper with the twist to get my hips a little bit more raised up off the floor, you can go ahead and do eagle legs with your legs tightly twisted over top and then looking over the shoulder. This way my hip comes up a little higher, and then I'm able to do a deeper twist to my spine. As you inhale, you're thinking about extending through your spine. Crown of the head is lifting. Think about separating gently through your ribs away from your hips and hollowing out the belly to help protect the back, and also feel a nice massage through your internal organs. Opening the chest, looking in the opposite direction from the legs. So I'm counterbalancing, allowing my legs to come over as my arm reaches to the other side. One more deep inhale, and then as you exhale, go ahead and release, and I will switch legs. So uncross, crossing the ankle over the thigh, again, flexing the ankle, threading the needle through if necessary. So like I said, maybe this is enough of a stretch for you. Maybe you already feel it through your glutes here. See what feels good for you. I'm gonna hold on to my leg. My left elbow is pressing onto my knee to keep my shin parallel to my shoulders. My hips are aligned, and then I can feel a nice stretch through my glutes. Again, feel free to do what feels good for you. Maybe holding on to your shin to get a little bit of a deeper stretch is accessible for you, and use your breath. So as you inhale, you're lengthening the spine. Exhale, pulling in gently your legs towards your chest. One more deep inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead, release your leg and go for the twist. So my left foot is coming down to my side. I'm just gonna move over here. I'm looking over my left shoulder. Right hand is assisting with the twist. I'm looking over my side. And again, feel free to do the variation that works for you. Maybe you want to go into your eagle legs to deepen the twist. Maybe the other twist is deep enough for you. Always listen to your body. One more deep inhale, lengthening. Exhale, pressing on my leg gently as my leg resists. My leg is gonna pull away from my hand to deepen. One more deep breath, and then exhale to go ahead and release. So just to end the practice today, we're gonna go ahead and reach your arms up and back, and then exhale, hands by your side, tucking the shoulder blades underneath you, closing your eyes. You can have your legs and arms 6 to 12 inches away from your body, or feel free if you want to lessen the intensity for the lower back. I always recommend to bend your knees, feet nice and wide, knees turned in towards each other, tucking your chin slightly so you feel length in the back of the neck and lengthen the sides between your shoulders and ears. So closing your eyes now and no longer controlling the pace of your breath. Just let your breath be flow freely throughout your body, connecting with your breath is no longer something that you need to do during meditation. You want to just clear your mind. Try to think about absolutely nothing. If any thoughts come towards you, you can just acknowledge them, but let them float away. You can begin to just notice your surroundings, notice any sounds, notice any feelings that come towards you, any body sensations, acknowledge them, but then float away. Start to soften the areas between your eyes, soften your cheeks and your jaw. Create some space between your teeth by pressing the tip of your tongue towards the roof of your mouth. Allow the back of your throat to soften, let your chest and shoulders soften, and think that the back of your eyes and the back of your head are starting to get heavy. Allow the back of your shoulders and your arms to go ahead and get heavy. And feel the wave of calm throughout your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Just allow your body to be completely relaxed. Allow the back of your legs now to start to get heavy and soften all the way to the soles of your feet. So now as you embrace some stillness within your body and your body is completely relaxed, keep your eyes closed and I'll start to play some of my singing bowls for you. So if you're lying down, you can go ahead and roll over to one side. Using one arm as a pillow, pull your knees in towards your chest. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking the time to honor your body, your mind, and your breath. And then when you're ready, come up to your favorite seated position, hands at your heart center, joining the left and right sides of your body through your palms, pressing your thumbs in towards your chest to slightly notice the pace of your heart, the pace of your breath. Take a moment to send some positive energy out towards the world, out into the universe. And I thank you for joining me today. May you have strength in your body, peace in your mind, joy in your heart. Namaste.